Brandon Gaudin here to tell you about what's new in gameplay for Madden NFL 17. This year, the team focused heavily on three specific areas: the ground game, zone defense, and special teams. We have overhauled ball carrier locomotion, momentum, and balance. The special move system has been completely rewritten around a new defender fake-out system. We've added new feedback systems and an auto-move setting on rookie and pro difficulty levels to help users master the new systems. Finally, we have tackle battles, which will trigger a prompt that gives users more control to influence the outcomes of certain tackles. Defensive gap play is new to Madden 17, and it fundamentally changes the run game. Defenders now have true gap assignments, which result in moving blocks and cutback lanes. Finally, there's a new defensive auto flip feature, which ensures your defense is always aligned to the strength of the offense. We've expanded our zone coverages big time, going from 4 types to 13 unique zones. Pattern matching concepts are now featured throughout our defensive playbook, so you will find a wide range of strategic options to shut down whatever your opponent throws at you. And last but certainly not least, special teams. The new kick meter features 3 button presses, one to start the meter, one to set power, and the final press to set accuracy. Kick blocks and trick plays have also been added, so strategic special teams play calling is now a major factor in determining the outcome of games. So there you have it, Madden NFL 17. It's the most complete, deepest gameplay experience in franchise history. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. Get out there and show the Madden world what you've got. Brandon Gaudin here to tell you about what's new in gameplay for Madden NFL 17. This year, the team focused heavily on three specific areas: the ground game, zone defense, and special teams. We have overhauled ball carrier locomotion, momentum, and balance. The special move system has been completely rewritten around a new defender fake-out system. We've added new feedback systems and an auto move setting on rookie and pro difficulty levels to help users master the new systems. Finally, we have tackle battles, which will trigger a prompt that gives users more control to influence the outcomes of certain tackles. Defensive gap play is new to Madden 17, and it fundamentally changes the run game. Defenders now have true gap assignments, which result in moving blocks and cutback lanes. Finally, there's a new defensive auto flip feature, which ensures your defense is always aligned to the strength of the offense. We've expanded our zone coverages big time, going from 4 types to 13 unique zones. Pattern matching concepts are now featured throughout our defensive playbook, so you will find a wide range of strategic options to shut down whatever your opponent throws at you. And last but certainly not least, special teams. The new kick meter features 3 button presses, 1 to start the meter, 1 to set power, and the final press to set accuracy. Kick blocks and trick plays have also been added, so strategic special teams play calling is now a major factor in determining the outcome of games. So there you have it, Madden NFL 17. It's the most complete, deepest gameplay experience in franchise history. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. Get out there and show the Madden world what you've got.
watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
All right, here we go. Wide 88. Wide 88.
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at our next practice, it is going to be a very long season. We can do better.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
right, men, bring it in tight, bring it in tight. Let me tell you something. That was the best practice of the season. Not a single mental mistake. That's the type of practice championship teams have. Keep it up.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Buccaneers coming in at 2-4, going up against the Raiders, who come in at 5-2. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by the #1 overall pick of these Bucs in the 2015 draft. Out of Florida State, the former Noel, Jameis Winston.
And he's always been a gym rat. He's always been a guy who just absolutely loves the game and loves everything about preparation. Watching tape, rallying teammates, he has a charisma that's just off the charts. How does he get better, though? Starting in year 2? Well, he worked on the offseason, lost weight, reconfigured his body. I think it's just a matter of continuing to take care of the football and continuing to lead his team. Because you know in Tampa Bay, they hashtag believe in Jameis.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, Winston. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. Leading them out is a guy who's been a Raider starter since day 1. In his 3rd season now, it's Derek Carr.
And the Raiders believed in him enough to select him, so we knew that they liked him. But after they watched him play as a rookie, they realized they had their quarterback, and they wanted to build around him. Remember last year they drafted Amari Cooper to get him a #1 receiver, and they fortified the offensive line to make sure they could protect him. They know they have their #1 guy for a while, and they want it to continue that way.
It's caught by Clive Walford. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Walford in motion, the tight end. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. Carr to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Throwing on first down is Carr. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Joe McCoy is one of the top defensive tackles in the league. Always a threat to go to the Pro Bowl, especially because of his pass rushing ability.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And that's complete to Walford. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. On first down, Carr. He's got time. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Carr will try it again on second down. Holmes has got it complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The play clock's running down. First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. We'll return to Tampa after this message. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Carr now on 1st down. Here's Wolford over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe to be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape, maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. Oh, he shifts past him. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Again, it's Martin. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Aldon Smith there on the tackle.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up.
All right, here we go.
Carr now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Murray the lone setback. On second down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that's complete to Walford. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And the game just keeps it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Janikowski now for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They start the drive with Martin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to float this one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Buccaneers are on the bad end of things at home. We'll have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Raiders have been the better team, though, and will try to maintain the lead in the second half. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. third down from inside the 10. The catch is made in double coverage, and he goes in for 6. They'll take the early advantage. Raiders take it at the 1. Pass will be completed over the middle, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Lead now goes to 13. So that's a wrap for us. We'll head back now to Raymond James Stadium for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We get a glance at the Buccaneer defense as they file into position. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Carr out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
Single receiver. Hey, Jordan Island over there. Single receiver. All right, here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
Carr to throw on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Play clock winding down. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
into the red zone. It's Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
All right, here we go. Wide at the 8. Wide at the 8. Hey.
Again, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming
for the score. So they're going to go for 2.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Set.
Carr will look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. Here's Humphries. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? They go back to the air here after the INT. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. Winston now to throw on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Simple slant route, and it works to perfection.
And when you're a big-bodied receiver, you use it like it's a basketball play. Body the defender away and catch the football.
They come out here in the eye. First out, here's the run with Martin. There goes Doug Martin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. Murray the lone setback. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. 3 yards to go on second down. Here's Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky. Preach. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Winston. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He's got Evans. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Let's go now. Let's go. Blue lady. And we got flag number 53.
Jameis now on 1st down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Red zone opportunity. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll run. Martin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr going to look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he's brought down. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. First down, Murray. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again, it's Murray. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And this defense looks for 1 more stop here on 3rd after the run. In motion left, that's Cooper. Cooper will come in motion right. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Let's go now.
One last shot now for Winston. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.